YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice coming back at y'all with another energy read, another collective YouTube read. I hope this finds y'all at a resonating time of your day. All your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes are so very appreciated. Let's go ahead and get started. Angels of the highest to white light, please bestow upon me clear and concise channel messages for what my collective needs to hear today. Energies, vampires around you. People are in shock and awe by you. There's something about how you took control of a situation. Hierophant energy, I could be talking to a Taurus energy. Knight of Swords is standing your ground. So some type of authoritative, coming off authoritative, or like somebody could be coming off authoritative. Somebody could be speaking up for themselves. Somebody could be protecting themselves. Somebody could be establishing themselves. Somebody could be asserting themselves in whatever way this represents, right? It's energy. The Lover's energy. I think this is about some type of dynamic between two people. That's kind of how I'm getting it. It doesn't have to be a romantic dynamic. I think this is some type of whoever I'm tapping into, whether it's in one dynamic or a multitude of dynamics. Maybe it's resolving around the same kind of theme. There's something about you taking power or control over a certain situation. Use your third eye and intuition for your next decision. Somebody's been moving with discernment, with good fortune is on its way. They can feel, somebody I'm tapping into can feel and sense something coming on their horizon. You'll know if this message is for you. Emperor energy is something in the 3D realm that you can sense, or you've been working towards manifesting, progressing yourself in, asserting yourself into. Whether that's a dream environment, whether it's a dream job, whether that's a goal with a person, whether it's a goal within yourself. Take what resonates. Seven of Pentacles energy. Either way, there's a sense of diligence that has presided over this energy, or this sense of consistency that has been exuded from this energy that I'm speaking of. Your forgiveness is your key to energy flow and movement. Something about that's a theme right now. It's the final day of the year. Happy New Year's Eve to my many subscribers. I didn't even start the video off like that. But it's early as hell in the morning. I'm trying to get ahead on my reads. But it is Christmas Eve. I mean, not Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. Y'all see I just said Christmas Eve. It's early in the morning. New Year's Eve. There's something about letting things go that you don't want to walk into a new year with. So something about forgiveness, release, cutting cords with circumstances. Music may be significant for somebody in terms of find yourself, if you find some downtime, if you got some downtime. There's something about music, or somebody receives messages through music. I haven't gotten that channel in a long time. They fear your power. There's something about your intuition then. They can never stop the ordinance that God has placed over your life. Somebody has a certain direction that they move in, or being presided to move in, because they're very intuitively, something's being intuitively highlighted at this time. There's a Ten of Pentacles energy, or being considered, or moved toward in this energy. Ten of Pentacles represents an accumulation of something that is gratifying, of an achievement, a legacy, or something that's an accruing of some type of success. Ten of Pentacles, it could be a relationship, it could be a new opportunity, it could be a legacy for real, it could be an inheritance, it could be money, it could be a new payment. Take what resonates. There's something coming in for somebody, or this could be a general theme for the year, like I was saying before that, to release what you've either seen or what you've already been through in terms of cycles, for what you're trying to embrace or expand into this new year, with this new year. Look at the densities as opportunities to transmute and transcend. So there's something about, I'm tapping into somebody that overthinking it. Damn. There was a card that I just didn't take because I was overthinking it, and then I got an overthinking it card. That's actually weird. And the card had something to do with this. You may have grown up like the prophet Joseph. It was something about a love-hate, conflicted relationship. In terms of dynamics, I guess this is a presiding for people or whoever I'm tapping into to stop or cancel out, cut cords, or forgive, and kind of end off cycles or dynamics socially, energetically, spiritually, emotionally. Dynamics with people that had this love-hate relationship with you. Many want to collaborate with you. Not all people are in a alignment with you. And I feel like somebody this year has realized that, or something about that. People want a destiny swap with you. Not everybody has the best intentions with you. Not everybody accepts your calling. Not everybody accepts your energy. Not everybody embraces you. There's something about that. Confirmation for somebody. In terms of, sometimes, I don't know if I'm picking up on like that. Sometimes you can have a a naivety sometimes in terms of which we idealize other people to feel or think because we're a certain way. And it's always a lesson, right? That not everybody's built like you, or not everybody's going to look at things like you are. And that's not how it's supposed to be anyway, right? You already know what this is. Whoever I'm tapping into, there's some type of death or transformation. There's some type of ending. When I say endings, there's some type of collapsing of timelines or association with timelines that depict these type of dynamics that either hold you back or limit you or hinder you. Something about this, authority is coming back to my head. There's something about this that is authoritative, or it's supposed to create a sense of power within you, or a sense of self that emanates that said power or authority, right? You've helped so many people through your mission, or you're going to. No weapon formed against you will ever prosper. So there's something about the protection. There's something about a knowing, like with the no weapon formed against you will prosper. It's a message for somebody. Your voice is very therapeutic, that you're safe to kind of evolve. I don't know, that's a message for somebody. With judgment energy, you may have gone through a lot of judgment from people that had a lack mindset, or some type of like codependency of your energy. I can take Five of Pentacles like that too. With the hidden betrayal, you may have been betrayed by certain people that were codependent on your energy in some way. And when I say in some way, your energy, it can manifest itself in needing to control your energy, needing to bully your energy, needing to harm your energy, that type of shit. It doesn't have to be. It could be from people that decide not to see you for your worth, or decide not to see you in a certain way, or just have a certain conflicting relationship with you that influences certain decisions, or influences certain dynamics that may be beneficiary to them. What I'm saying is, we're cutting cords with that type of dynamic and those type of shits, right? Because that is what's going to create the space for somebody that I'm tapping into to spread their wings. And that's what this is for. Page of Pentacles is exactly what I'm saying. The desire, a calling, a vision. There's something that you see a higher perspective, or you're going towards something bigger than what your situation is, or bigger than what you're around, or bigger, whatever this is. Ground yourself in nature. There's something about grounding yourself. There's something about making moves from a grounded place, you know? I had a lot of mental warfare. This is the morning after my last upload, and that shit, it did well, but it was very illuminating for people. It was a shock factor. I could feel the anxiety from a lot of people that tapped into that read yesterday. Like, anxiety. But not to mention, y'all know I got attacked out the ass yesterday. Like, attacked. And that shit got put to rest really quick. But, like, attacked like quick in a mad, like just quick. But I already knew what that was gonna be, right? When people don't really like your truth. So there's something about standing in your authority. You know, that Knight of Swords was in the beginning of the read. Being able to stand your ground. Being able to say, fuck that. I'm still gonna walk in my alignment. Fuck that. Whatever people feel about this or this. If I'm doing this to protect my peace, or if I'm doing this to protect this, or if I'm doing this to even simply evolve. If I'm doing this to heal, if I'm doing whatever it is for whoever I'm tapping into, don't let anybody shame you. Don't let anybody degrade you, gaslight you for truth that you know, and they know even. Redirect your energy from draining situations soaked in negativity, because that last part was a message for somebody. Page energy, so surface level appearances, keeping up with appearances is what I'm getting. I think there's something about just cutting cords with things like that, or things that overstimulate you because it makes you feel obligated to show up in an inauthentic way. And what I'm saying is showing up in an inauthentic way, you know, sometimes people pleasing, sometimes peer pressure, sometimes things like that. And it don't have to be subtle peer pressure to make you want to do drugs or make you want to do something with somebody. It could be just the subtle feeling that makes you not feel comfortable to take this step because of what people are going to look at you. Take this step or do this or expand out this or move away from this because of how motherfuckers are going to look at you. You know, it could be that too. Keeping up surface level appearances, keeping up with the Joneses. We're cutting ties with that. Spiritual mastery, whoever I'm tapping into, we're moving in ascension. We're moving in progression on a spiritual, ethical level, right? In terms of just finding whatever that alignment is to our true higher calling, right? Our true higher self, right? Eight of Swords energy. There's something about, you know, maybe moving forward or expressing, expanding, or taking some sense of your power back, or walking your power, expressing your power. Maybe that makes somebody, whoever I'm tapping into, Eight of Swords energy. Maybe that puts you in your head a little bit. Maybe that makes you fearful. Maybe you thinking about everybody else. Maybe you thinking about how people are going to take to you. They down to antagonize you only because they don't want you to be better than them. So it's something about vampires need your validation to even be a vampire. So it's something about cutting ties with that, like cutting cords with even the identifications of people's outlooks of you. And what I'm saying in all fancy words, you can vocalize this. We all got ancestral teams that watch over us. We all got all type of spiritual teams around us. Calling your archangels, especially Archangel Michael. That's a message for somebody. Like, just speak it. Vocalize what it is that you want to cut cord out of your existence, and you probably will get it. Not everything can get cut out. If you got a bill coming up, if you got this coming up, you're probably not going to be able to get out of that because you put yourself in a karmic inner looping with that, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about things we don't give consent to, things that people try to force in our realities, force down your throat, or the world tries to force down your throat. Jealousy around you, this is shit like that. Prying eyes around you, shit like that. We can cut cords and we can send that up. Like, can you cut cords with this? Send this shit away. Archangel Michael, bestow upon me, please clear out any unaligned forces for my energy field at this time. I just made something up just to go for an example for somebody, because I say cut cords, I say this, I say that. People don't know what I'm really talking about. People don't really, like, not all the time. So I'm trying to like explain more. Three of Pentacles energy. So something about collaboration. I'm getting in this sense, it's like spiritual protection over somebody. Your growth, your healing, your movement forward is protected. I feel like it's a message for somebody. Everything you lost is returning to you tenfold. So I could be tapping into somebody that's had a tough time, a tough road, some type of wheel of fortune, some type of gone through. I'm getting multiple messages from this. So multiple changes you've gone through in your life, or multiple transitions with the wheel of fortune energy. But I'm also getting there's some type of change there's some type of big shift that's happening. Almost similar to the 2025 reading that I had earlier this week. And something about like changes, significant changes coming from that, like what you cut cords with. So if you're disassociating with versions of yourself that was seeking mediocrity, or seeking people pleasing, or seeking just something that was not in alignment with your higher self, it's going to create so much space for you to now kind of reach that higher self, or now be able to see it maybe more consciously, maybe be able to see the path open up, maybe be able to, like, your intuition open up. What I'm saying is it gets easier to see it when you get what's not aligned for you out of your energy, is what I'm saying. Whatever I'm tapping into, there's some type of shifts. Isolation may have saved your life. Getting like a secluding, like there's some type of like hidden journey. I try not to take this card. You have many hidden admirers, whoever I'm tapping into. All the envy is proof of God's glory over your life. So maybe like the potentials that you have. I could be tapping into a content creator influencer. This came out 3 times and I did not take it. I'm not gonna lie. But the devil energy, I just didn't see how it put together. But devil energy, content creator, influencer, all the envy is proof of God's glory over your life. You have many hidden admirers. I could be definitely tapping into somebody that's seen publicly or known publicly. Shout out to you. Either way, this speaks to attention. This speaks to watching out for things that we co-align with, kind of bind ourselves to by way of creating the cord with, right? What we agree with creating a cord with, what we agree to letting into our energy, what you agree to give consent to. There's something about that for somebody. I could be tapping into, like, I don't know if somebody's watched, maybe somebody has a big platform, or gonna have a big platform. That's kind of what I'm getting from that, because the devil energy in this context, what I'm getting is materialism, like the 3D realm. Like, it can represent just like materialism or material things. The 3D in comparison to the yin, like, right, the 5D. So not only are you a miracle, but one is on its way to you. Maybe this speaks to almost like material harvest for somebody, because with the devil energy, when I say that all the envy is proof of God's glory of your life, content creator, influencer, devil energy, though, not only are you a miracle, maybe you have somebody, like whoever I'm tapping into, maybe you have somebody watching you through a social media platform. You have somebody, you could have somebody, like somebody, for example, I'm using myself, like I could have somebody watching me with a platform that's going through certain situations right now. Or I could have somebody, or somebody could have somebody watching them in a certain devil energy through a platform as well. I can get those messages too. But I think the theme of the message is cutting cords, or like, there's something about closing cycles or closing out that door, just closing the door on certain things. New levels, new devils. But yellow brick road, and you overcame the humiliation ritual, and you're ascending. So whoever I'm tapping into, there's definitely some sense of like overcoming obstacles in terms of self-worth or appreciation. And what I'm saying by that, in correlation to what I'm saying, is it's like you'll only kind of achieve, manifest based on what you think you deserve within yourself. That's a message for somebody. It's like you'll only go as far as how far you think you deserve to go. And I feel like that's kind of the message that's fitting for right now, whether that's like whether you grew up around, maybe you grew up in situations, or maybe it's been a general theme of somebody's life socially, that it was, self-worth or self-identification wasn't like the easiest thing, right? Considering with situations, they try to take your kindness for weakness. Something about people playing in your face. Something about the ending off cycles with shit like this. Short mail significant, but y'all know how to take the energy. It's about people not standing in their highest integrity. You're going through a spiritual initiation. Something about like this is a big shift. Like that's how I'm getting it. The spiritual initiation. This is a big shift, right? That somebody's going through. This may be you distancing from certain social dynamics that you were always a part of. This could be you simply closing out a patterning of yourself, a style of behavior in yourself, and completely opening up to a new, right? ANEW, a new. Seven of Swords energy. Something about deceptions. Like I was watching Neff like yesterday. She's talking about like at this point in the game, it's a lot of heavy deception illusions at this time because there's so much at stake. I was like, I felt that there's so much at stake. There's so much like going on, shifts behind the scenes that are now starting to kind of come into play, right? So it's a big time in I guess the spiritual world right now, in terms of like the spiritual realm is what I'm saying. Because a lot of these changes are what you're going to see coming out strongly all next year. So it's like, well, shit, tomorrow is next year, but you are radiant, whoever I'm tapping into. It's something about the Empress energy. It's something about maintaining your radiance. So for all my men out here, protecting your seed is very, very important. Very, very important. Specifically, of course, if you're a woman, protecting your sexual energy. But I'm saying is, especially for a man, something about, especially if you're highlighting or resonating with this radiance, or not radiance, with this Empress energy, there's something about your radiance that needs to be highlighted in both men and women. Now we can bring it back, but especially with men, like especially embodying like an Empress energy. So that's probably like a high sense of creativity, or a high sense of sensuality, or a high sense of nurturing abilities. So you probably have healing abilities, right? Capabilities, things like that. There's a highlighting over the radiance that you're embodying, that you're reminding, reaffirming, that you're procreating in terms of choices that reflect your radiance, or what you aspire to have in radiance. So what I'm saying is radiance confidence, radiance assertiveness, even if without assertiveness, like it could be flow, it could be consensuality. There's something about that Empress energy in terms of man or woman that you need to be protecting your spiritual energy at this time. Nurture your gifts, you're very special. That's all I was getting, like nurture your energy. There's something about, like almost similar to that comment I was just making, like you can only go as far as you believe you can go. It's almost like somebody's radiance is just going to magnify the shine, or magnify what reflects outwardly. How good you feel about yourself, in essence. Almost like how good you feel about yourself is going to reflect outwardly, like in terms of the potentials, in terms of timeline potentials, things like that is basically what I'm saying. Your star seed energy, or star energy. So it's you need to have grace in yourself in terms of boundaries that you're setting with other people. Knight of Pentacles in terms of the efficiency that is needed. And I think the Knight of Pentacles represents like the efficiency, kind of laying down groundwork in terms of foundational work, in terms of consistency, like whether this is psychologically, physically, or writing things down like on a budget, right? Take resonates. But it's like, okay, I know what I was good at this. Okay, I was good with that. Okay, I was not good with this. I was not good with that, right? And there's something about seeing like, I guess, let's say on an analytical perspective, you're writing things down, do's and must not do's, pros and cons of your year, of whatever trait or whatever this is supposed to be, right? If you're writing something down, or we're just taking a recollection, I'm going to take that on a higher scale. if we're recollecting all of like the year's pros and cons, right? And what we're going to look into for next year, there's something about seeing what was efficient, seeing what was not, basically. Seeing what worked, seeing what didn't. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to channel. But your auric field is meant to bring rainbows and sunshines in people's days. There's somebody I'm tapping into that's going to have a big platform blow up next year. Check your blind spots. There's something about you checking the things that get in the way of you. Checking the things that get in the way of your path. Checking the things that either trigger you off your path or trigger you into disarray or trigger, like, just possibilities of that. There's something about weighing those things in terms of seeing it, especially if you're going into the new year with a new bang or a new kind of, what do you call those, resolutions and shit? Like, I don't really believe in that, but everybody sets their intentions, right? It's just a form of intention you're setting. But in terms of resolutions, like finding like a do's and must not do's and kind of the in-betweens to help you with what's necessary to move and how you're going to move next year. Why I say I don't believe in that is because it's like, shit, tomorrow is next year. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, it's going to be like yesterday, it was last year. But generational wealth, whoever I'm tapping into, there's something about higher activations in 2025 or some type of higher activation within self. Whether that's just the activation represents itself in you being more comfortable in embodying yourself, or comfortable, like you said, like, let's see it from my example. Like, for me, I think a lot of this is going to be me being comfortable in my gift usage. I was not comfortable my whole life with using my gifts, right? And I'm starting to become comfortable. And that's where the expansion comes for me, right? It's just I'm using myself as an example to try to kind of give real examples into this, right? Generational wealth. There's something that's going to expand next year with balancing out something or whatever you've been working on, developing on, right? So especially with some people are content creators that are tapping into me that are going to have some big ass content creation explosions, right? Next year. Shout out to you guys. Be attentive be attentive to what's around you at this time. There's something about not letting things, especially old things. That's where the forgiveness is coming back to my head. Hermit energy, especially old issues with hate, love, relationships, conflictions right now. So there's a message for somebody to end out this we're going to end out with these messages. It's a message for somebody to kind of identify things that are still holding on to you, things you're still mad at, things that still make you sad, things that still triggering you. And that's a big thing, that if you can let that go, if it can get out your way, if you can get that space, if you can gratify some sense of space, you don't know how much expansion you can do or create on an inward level just by creating the space of forgiveness, wishing healing, giving grace to a situation that may not have been graceful to you, or a person that may not have been graceful to you. But you know how much space that can create for new things that you may desire to come in, instead of something just recycling itself within. And that's the whole point of setting intentions for a New Year's resolution and things like that for a new year. So we can it's really it's a time to assert things out of your reality, or assert changes, or assert those things that we wish to, kind of intend for our lives, and kind of following that intention by way of, kind of clipping ends and things like that. So call your power back from those that cling to it and reclaim your power. People do end of the year rituals and shit. In previous years, I've kind of had that. I wasn't doing tarot or I wasn't doing readings last year. But that was a theme for me, going through that. But I will say this year it seems a little different because with what's going on, the changes that are going on. But just saying, watch out for your intentions and just like really protect your energy. Like, I think we're going to kind of end off with that one, calling your power back. If you need to do a lot of like rechant this for somebody. I reclaim all my energy back in all timelines and realms of existence. I reclaim all of my energy and authority back in all realms of existence. Something about calling your power back. There's something about allow yourself to walk into this new year fresh as you can be, as forgiving, as graceful as you can be, and as open as you can be, because it's going to be a naked ass year. And that's my last message. It's going to be a naked ass year. But if you need a personal with me, hit up Shamika-san with a C and Shamika@gmail.com. I got a partnership going on with Otter Spirit. If you're interested, I got a 20% off code below. Otter Spirit is a jeweler company that sells vibration embedded enhancing gemstones that are embedded into fashionably wearable items such as chains, necklaces, rings, Pointing at my damn wrist, talking about necklaces, rings, and bracelets. That's what I was looking for. But that's funny. But all your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes, I ain't gonna hold you too long, are so very appreciated. I'm sending my love and Ashe. It's your boy Justice. Peace out.